Welcome back to Coming Home Daily, a weekday devotional practice for intentional living. I'm your intentional living guide, Christian, and this month the theme is clarity. And if you're ready, let's read. Stop carrying everything in your head. Write it down. Yesterday, we talked about keeping it simple. One of the simplest things you can do when your mind feels crowded is to stop asking your brain to hold on to everything. Sometimes clarity isn't about thinking harder, it's about making room to think it all. Remember my grandma's scratch pad from yesterday? As I thought more about it, I realized something else about the women in my family. My grandma, my mom, and my aunts were all business owners. And one thing they all had in common was they were always writing. Pen and paper were never far from reach. If they had an idea, they wrote it down. And if they didn't have a notebook nearby, the back of an envelope or an old receipt would do. They understood something that I didn't appreciate until much later. Your mind is a wonderful place to create ideas. It's a terrible place to store them. It's a practice I picked up long before anyone ever taught me why it worked. I've learned that if I have an idea and I tell myself I'll remember it later, that idea keeps coming back. It taps me on the shoulder while I'm making dinner, uh, cleaning up, doing work, or trying to fall asleep. If I want it out of my head, I have to give it somewhere else to live. I have to get it into a bucket. Over the years, that's shown up in three simple ways. One, brain dump it. If it's on my mind, it goes on paper. I even keep a notebook beside my bed because bedtime is when my mind seems to wake up its best ideas. Two, prioritize what matters. I've recently started using the Eisenhower matrix, urgent versus important, because if everything feels urgent, nothing really is. Finally, keep it simple. I use the Notes app on my phone with two folders labeled ideas, one personal, one professional. That's it. That's the whole system. The goal isn't to organize every thought the moment it comes to you. The goal is to simply stop carrying it. Once everything is written down, you can begin asking better questions. What actually matters today? What can wait? What's important? And what's just taking up space? Again, the more complicated your system becomes, the less likely you are to use it consistently. Keep it simple. Your future self will thank you. If your mind feels full today, maybe it isn't asking for more motivation. Maybe it's simply asking for somewhere to set it down. Reflection question for today. What am I carrying in my mind that will be better served on paper? And repeat this affirmation after me. Today, I come home to a clear mind. I release the pressure to remember everything. I choose to create space for what truly matters. I trust that clarity grows when I make room for it. I take this with you today, and I'll see you back here tomorrow. Until then, stay intentional and keep coming home.